What's up, guys? Renasant here. Welcome back to the channel. So we are continuing along the undead settlement. We got quite a few things to do actually here. I know in the last episode we basically just went through the central place and I showed y'all where the boss arena was located at. Excuse me, friend. This guy aggroed like right off the rip. Oh, he can actually be staggered. Okay. Was not aware of that. So that's good to know. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually go back to our, we did open this shortcut last time as well. We're actually gonna go back to our shrine bonfire. So Firelink Shrine, we're gonna run back there. What we're trying to do right here is that ash, that umbral ash that we found. We want to give it to the shrine handmaid.
Oh, how may I be of...
So as you see, give umbral ash, the mortician's ashes that we found when the giant was shooting arrows.
Let I only hope these new wares content thee.
She doesn't tell you much, but she does gain a couple new items. 3 embers, some charcoal pine resins, I believe. But most importantly, these 2 keys, or actually I think that key might have, the 20,000 soul key might have already been in their inventory, but regardless, we want to get the grave key, which you will see why later, of course. We also want to talk to our good pal Andre over here. And yes, we wanted to reinforce that, make sure that's at 7. And then we wanted to go ahead and level up our claymore. And then, so I don't know if I read the item description in the last episode, but we picked up Loretta's bones. Remember, he wanted us to give this ring to old Loretta at the base of the high wall. Let me check just a second. Make sure this is capturing properly here. There we go. Alright, so yeah, I just had to tinker with some settings in OBS. I'm still trying to get used to this, honestly. So where are Loretta's ashes, or Loretta's bone? What the heck are those things? Undead bone shard. We haven't already given it to him, have we? I didn't think we had, but... Interesting.
Oh, hello, hand in one.
Oh, okay, well, we have it.
Heavens, she was already dead. Thank you. I'm not surprised, though. Almost a relief, really. You can keep the ring as, well, a little trinket of thanks, I suppose. Goodbye. Oh, this place is a bore. What good is thievery if you've nowhere to go? Oh, hello, hand in one pea. You can keep them as...
So he's a little sad.
Goodbye.
So, also, I remember our good old friend Yoel. He's chilling back here. Looking like some kind of Grim Reaper weird guy, but...
Oh, this pilgrim, with a debt in death, hardly deserves to behold this divine flame. And I never would have, had you not taken me into your service. I thank you dearly for this, and assure you of my leal service.
So, we're not going to do Yoel's quest line in this playthrough. Essentially,
Then shall we begin?
drawing out your true strength gives you a free level up. Yeah! Alright, just what I've always wanted. False. If you use Yoel's draw out true strength and his level up, basically if you do it a couple times, 5 times to be exact, he will die as long as you do it before a certain boss fight. He'll die and another NPC will spawn like right here. Also, you will become a hollow, so your face will look disgusting. You say what I mean? We're not pretty by any means, but we're not hideous, you know. However, we will be very hideous if we let him mess with us. It is a very important NPC quest line, but we are indeed not going to follow it. Not this playthrough, at least. We will get back to that. So for right now, we're just gonna leave Yoel be. He'll end up dying anyway, regardless. Let's make sure Grey Rat. Yeah, he doesn't want to say anything else. So now we're gonna talk to this guy, make sure he doesn't have anything to say. No, he does not. But we should have a new NPC up here, possibly. Yeah, there he is. So we'll talk to old Leonhard. Look at that badass mask.
Unkindled, are we? And fast on the trail of the lords absconded? Then these red eyes are for you.
Thanks, pal.
Use them to pillage embers and briefly heighten your strength for your duty. What else are unkindled ashes good for? Pillage embers for brief. What else?
So this is Leonhard. The item he just gave me is another item that you can begin the game with. It's an online play item. It allows a single invasion of another world. The cracked red orb is far from perfect, it seems, as Ringfinger Leonhard knows all too well. So that is an invasion item. So you can use that item to invade other players. But we were playing offline, so we're not going to be able to use it, but just so you know, that's what it's for. We're also going to level up here. We're going to go to 20 strength and get a little bit more HP. I like to plug in strength as much as possible just so you can wield more weapons and make your damage higher, obviously. And then we also have an undead bone shard to burn, which you just do right there in the shrine bonfire. Oh, and you can see now, you see at the bottom left down there, my Estus flask, now it's +1. So it just gives you a little bit more HP every time you take a drink, basically. We're also actually, I think I'm going to turn the music. Yeah, there we go. Alright, finally, back to the undead settlement. So we're actually going to go to the very first bonfire. So, we've been through this. You should remember, it's a fairly linear path right now, but it gets less linear. This guy is glitched through the floor there. I'm not sure what happened. I love the effects on these guys just hanging. Look at that. Ew. You nasty. You fat, you nasty. Oop, sorry, bud. So we can just jump right down here. Remember, this is where Loretta's bone was located, right here on this corpse. Obviously, it's not there anymore, but anyway. So, as you remember, we went that way the first go around. But you may have also noticed this path over here. So we're actually going to take that path this time. We're just going to avoid all these people like the plague. And we're going to come over this way. Hello, friends. Come play with me. And that is why the Claymore is awesome. The range on it is just ridiculous. So you'll notice these boxes right here. There's a little sneaky path over there. We will do that. But just give me a second. We will come back to that. There's going to be some hollows in here. Or some workers, excuse me. Item up here. Just a soul item, not much. Check these ceilings for little farfcocks. I don't see any of them, but you'll notice there's an item up there. So what does that tell you? We'd probably be able to get up there at some point, right? There's a farfcock. You just circle behind him and stab him right in the back. Oh my, how did that miss? They're so short and low to the ground that it can be hard to hit them at times. I wish they dropped their thrall hood, but anyway, we just wanted to come over here so we could open this door. We aren't actually gonna go through here right now. We will in just a second. Or we're gonna go back. Look at that freaking crow. Did you see that thing fly right through the damn wall? I'm gonna take this path over here. So again, you see we got a path over there, path over there. You'll also notice this little farfcock throwing knives at us. We will kill him, but for right now, we're just gonna go hang out down here and see what's going on. Sometimes it'll usually trigger. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. Normally it triggers that guy, but well, okay. He's broken. There he goes. Whatever, it's one way to kill him. You can also just rush up here. So this is what I would do. Go ahead and trigger this guy. Kill him. You're gonna get hit by some throwing knives for sure. Oh. And they don't do insignificant damage, so you'll have this guy come around you. Pick up the fading soul. And you can actually come over here to the left and start working your way up these buildings. Oh, that guy. Poor soul. So just continue working your way up here and climb up this ladder. Just take care of all these little thralls, these little farfcocks. Just so you don't have to deal with them. And then we can get these items up here. So that's Homeward Bone, and there's a reason. You'll see some dogs down there. There's a reason for that Homeward Bone, which I will show you. Maybe I'll show you. I don't know. It sometimes is kind of hard to make work, but we're gonna try it nonetheless. You'll notice this is that item that we saw a minute ago that we couldn't get to. So you'll notice some items down there, item over there. It's really, there's items everywhere. It's just hard to get to them. We're actually gonna drop down here first. The Caduceus round shield. There it is. Standard round wooden shield. It is decorated with twin snakes, an ancient symbol of the Great Swamp. Wood shields are light, manageable, and offer relatively high magic absorption. Honestly, not that useful. So I totally forgot. You can't go back up right here. Well, you can right here. Yeah, I guess we'll try that. We're not going to go that way just yet. We're actually going to come back up here. And disregard. We will make our way back over here, I promise. So, just looking at this area, there's a lot, and I mean a lot, going on. First thing you may notice is all these explosive barrels. Those barrels are filled with gunpowder. You'll notice some treasure. You'll notice a lot going on up here. So these enemies up here will actually throw fire bombs down on you if you cross this bridge. There's also some hollows right there, but this is FromSoft being true from softiness. So you really want to know what you're doing before you tackle this spot. You'll also notice down there's a path, and you can see a good bit. So what we're gonna do is we are going to sprint over there, cross this bridge, and immediately jump down here. So just sprint down here and jump. You can take a little bit of fall damage, but nothing to worry about. Take care of this one, get your Titanite, and then go take care of this Joker. Don't take care of them like that. You can hear them throwing fire bombs down, probably. And we're gonna come in here and voila, bonfire! Huzzah! So we're just gonna light it. We don't need to rest. And then you just want to follow this path around. And this is the way I remember when I first played this game. It took me forever to figure out how to come kill these dill holes up here. And they will still throw fire bombs at you from point blank range. So just be aware of that. Then you got one more hiding right here. And now we're going to meet one of my personal favorite characters in the game, or NPCs. This is a hand axe. Haha! We're actually going to read the hand axe. I don't think there's any lore on it. Well, maybe a little bit. Crude hand axe that serves both as a weapon and a tool of many uses. Favored by pyromancers of the Great Swamp, this axe has a short range but only moderate weight and reasonable damage. There's our good friend Cornix. You can see right off the bat, he's got the blindfold on, so you really get a great view from up here as well. I mean, you can see an item right there. I mean, you can see quite a lot of stuff of the undead settlement. You can see an evangelist chilling down there. Anyway, we're gonna talk to Cornix.
Unkindled, are we? Welcome to my abode. I am Cornix, an old pyromancer. A crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man?
Well, of course.
Most wise. A chance encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornix of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
Thanks, bud. So he's zapped off to Firelink Shrine, so we don't have to worry about him. Remember, we noticed that item over here. We can get that item quite easily. We just throw a... you know what? I am not good enough to do that, so we are just gonna get a bow out. Excuse me. There we go. We'll take our item now. Make sure you take your bow off there so you don't fat roll too. The partisan. Actually not a very good weapon, but kind of fun to use. I mean, look at it. It's got some range, and of course it's got the classic poke behind the shield. But look at that stamina it uses. Whew. got the sweeping R2. And then spin to win for the weapon art. So the partisan is a spear with blade attached to broad point. Long reach, can be used with shield up, as I just showed. This weapon can utilize its blade for slicing attacks, but it's generally adaptable to many situations. But in cramped quarters, it slices ricochet off walls. I don't know what's going on with the grammar there, but they're not lying. It's interesting. So yeah, we're gonna go back up here. I have failed. Oh, hello, friend. Forgot about you. So make sure you remember about this Joker. Now, these guys are not hard to kill. You just gotta stay behind them. You can't backstab them, but you stay behind them though if you can. Some fire bombs. Soul item. And then there's a very important item down here. This hollow is actually not hostile. So it makes you wonder, was this his friend, lover? Who knows? We don't even have to kill him. We're just going to take his item. And then we're going to kill him. Wait, actually no. I was going to try to kick him. Try to kick him off. Anyway. The fire clutch ring. One of my favorites. For pyromancy especially. It's a ring depicting a hand grasping a red stone. Increases fire attack, but compromises damage absorption. An old fable in Londor claims that the lure of the clutch ring reaches out to the crestfallen, who might otherwise be overcome by despair. So, looks like a dragon claw there, doesn't it? We will find many more clutch rings, but that's the first one, and in my opinion, one of the best ones if you're going to use them. Basically, just you deal more fire damage, but you also take more physical damage. I like them. They're fun items to use. We'll see some treasure down there. We will get that. First, though, we're going to come back in here, and I'm going to try to do this. I don't know if I'll be successful. I don't know if there's like a surefire way to do what I'm about to try, but we're gonna try it regardless. So you want to come back where you killed all these little thralls, and climb back up this ladder up here. Climb up the ladder. So we want to jump on this side. Remember I said I gave you those Homer bones for a reason? Well, when you jump over here, you're kind of trapped. So we're going to just jump right down there. We're going to wait. There's a guy with a cage. There should be. Walking back and forth. Yeah, there he is. So we're going to actually wait for him to come back over here. Also, we can see our giant friend right there. Alright, so Mr. Sawman. Just don't piss him off. Let him do his thing. And look at that. He did not aggro. And then what you want to do is just walk really slowly right up to that cage and press A. I'll let you examine it. So he has taken us prisoner, kind of. And he's thrown us into the forgotten pit of hollows, as it's well known. Hello, friend. In case you're wondering who that is, that is... Well, first of all, let's start with where we are. This is actually the boss room for that big tree boss that I showed y'all earlier. That I said we'd come back and fight. This is the boss arena. That'll make more sense in a little bit, but for now, we're gonna approach this gentleman. Can we lock on to him? Oh, we cannot. Hello.
Well, what's up? This pit is for hollows, not for the likes of you sane folk. Or perhaps you are a hollow, posing as otherwise? Yes, yes, then we are just fine. It's important to know who you are, but we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, all the more so.
You tell him, Hodrick.
Beware, the shackles of the gods are fragile. You might need this. Etch it on your heart if you feel your sanity slipping.
Thanks, friend.
Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor.
Yes.
You'll see when you go mad. They'll be your family.
One of the coolest characters in this game, I would imagine. This guy is. So he's definitely human, or undead at least. He says he's a hollow, but he's clearly not a hollow.
You'll go mad one day, but not today. Take my advice. Use this bone and leave this place.
Hey, Homeward Bone.
This pit is for hollows, and for the occasional madman fond of piling up victims.
Ah, so that
You've better things to do,
is...
I'd hope.
He is a madman. And you can see his piles of victims.
This pit is for hollows.
Okay, so this is Holy Knight Hodrick. So this is the that invading NPC phantom that we killed earlier. He invades people, and then he comes here and slaughters their, spreads their corpses everywhere. So we're actually, that's a covenant. That is the Mound Maker's Covenant, which I remember when we killed him, we got this this vertebra shackle. So with this Mound Maker's Covenant, that's actually how you get that. It's a malformed vertebra found by the mad, with a queer symbol on its inside, proof of the shackles of the gods, equipped to pledge oneself to the Mound Maker's Covenant. The Mound Makers wish only to add to their mounds, becoming mad spirits, whether summoned as cooperators or invaders. They are blithe to those around them, for in their minds, any kill might lead to another shackle. So if you wear that, and basically you put your sign down, whether it's white or red, it'll actually be purple, and you'll be a mad invader. You get vertebra shackles when you kill people, basically. And we can also get this War God Wind Shield, which I believe... No, this is our first Great Shield. This one, the Lothric Knight Great Shield, we just got out of luck as a drop. This is the first one you get just naturally in the game. And it's not very good. It's not very good at all. The stability is a little bit better than what we got now, but other than that, it's pretty bad. The largest of the wooden medium shields. The bizarre pattern featured on this shield is the mark of a mad god, revered as a god of war in remote regions. So, it's not very good. So again, normally this would be a boss arena, but as you can see, Hodrick gave us a homeward bone because, well, he wants us to use it to get out of here. He doesn't want us here. He's such a cool character, though, when you think about it, and how you access him and what he's doing. It's all very interesting. So we are actually gonna go. I'm not gonna go down here. I'm trying to think what if we want to go ahead and fight the boss. We can. We've gotten all the bonfires in this area. So we are gonna actually, I think, go ahead and fight the boss. And that may have been a quicker way to get to the boss. You can get to the boss multiple ways. We're just gonna go to this dilapidated bridge bonfire. Actually, there's one more thing we can do. We've pretty much cleared out that whole area, cleared out over there. We're gonna go back into these sewers from the dilapidated bridge bonfire, and don't forget our large friend over here. That's the best way to handle him, is with a plunging attack. It'll do quite a number on him. And then, remember that key we bought from the Shrine Handmaid earlier? Well, hey, what do you know? That's what it opens. So you want to come down here. Right off the rip, you'll notice some split paths, but this is a dead end. So you come down here, go ahead and pick up this item, which is a loincloth. You'll actually get this if you start the game as a deprived, terribly worn waistcloth. The deprived only manage to rummage just enough cloth to protect their vital parts. No comment. This is a statue of Velka. I'm not going to get into all the lore of Velka. There's a lot of lore involving Velka in Dark Souls 1, but it is overkill for this game, because this is basically the only knowings of her that we get in this game. So you can pray to her, and you can either request absolution or request dissolution. If you're hollowed, that will reverse that, and if you have accidentally hit or hurt an NPC that you need, you can do that to make them not aggro. So we are going to go this way, and you notice all these skeletons all over the ground. Yeah, be wary of those. Check out this red hilted halberd, which I don't think I've ever actually used. It's a long hilted weapon mixing spear and axe. The red hilted halberd is associated with clerics. It can be thrust like a spear or swept sideways like an axe. I don't think it's very good. Like I said, I don't think I've ever actually used it, but I'm sure I used it for 5 minutes and was like, it's not very good. So again, pay attention to all these skeletons. Oh, what do you know? These guys, while they don't look tough, and they will keep reforming until you kill them, while they don't look tough, they can actually parry you, believe it or not, and get a critical hit. They can parry you and get a riposte, which I find very fascinating. Especially those with the bucklers. Just be careful swinging at them, basically. We'll get our soul item. And then we'll also go through here. Notice all these piles of skeletons. Two-handed R2. Gotcha. So you just keep going through here, and eventually you'll get out here. This area is actually a nightmare trap, basically. This little guy, this crystal lizard, what he will do if you step off of this and start chasing him, you see that guy up there in the top corner? Yes. So this idiot will actually run. He'll sprint towards... actually, this guy might just sprint over there. Either way, if you so happen to end up at those items over there, that item specifically way in the distance, right there, that man will fall on you. So be careful of that. So best bet's just sprint, kind of cut this guy off, make him go that way, and smash. We get a heavy gem. Yes, we see you. Should just be Titanite. Now watch this. Watch this guy. You can't really see him, but there he goes. Look at that. You think you're slick, huh? I missed. Easy enough to kill. Get another Titanite. I hate these guys aren't dropping the big saw. Anyway, that's the easiest way to handle all that. And you just come down here, but wait, look up, and you'll notice some treasure. Go ahead and get your bow. Knock that bad boy down. The blessed red and white shield +1. Interesting. I have no idea why this thing is upgraded to +1, but it's a standard round wooden shield. It features a striking red and white design. Wooden shields are light, manageable, and offer relatively high magic absorption. I think it's almost the same as the Caduceus round shield, the same item description. Again, it's not very good. None of those type shields really are. So down here, this is Rat City, basically. A lot of rats will start pouring out of these holes. So what you want to do really is just jump and dodge these guys, sprint to the item, grab it. Don't do what I just did there and roll, and just try to get up that ladder as fast as possible. Don't even bother fighting them. And look at them, there's like 6 rats down there. We'll get to the top and we'll read this. This is actually a really good talisman. So talismans are what you use to cast miracles in this game. We probably won't do too much of that, but we may. It's a medium for casting miracles of the gods. Ivory talismans are given only to women clerics, and faith greatly affects their effectiveness. So basically, this is telling you that there's a woman cleric nearby. Where would she be? Oh, hello.
Who is there? Is someone there? Anyone? Oh, please, whoever you are, touch me.
I
The
mean,
dark surrounds me, nibbles at my flesh. Little creatures, they never stop biting. So please, hold out your hand and touch me.
she really wants us to touch her, doesn't she? Let's do it. Daddy loves you.
Ah, yes, there
We're
you
not
are.
actually touching her, though.
So close, indeed. Then I am not entirely alone just yet. Praise the merciful gods above.
And we get the gesture of prayer.
Oh, forgive me. I am Irina of Karim. I came to this land so that I might be a firekeeper. Your touch has freed me from the darkness. You are a champion, then. I am weak and unfit to tend the flames. But
Of course we're going to take her.
thank you. I shall take Irina of Karim.
She's going to swear to us, and she's going to zap off Firelink. So it's funny, because like half of the NPCs in this game are literally in this first area, or the second area, this undead settlement area. It's funny. We'll go through this gate here. And we'll come out, and you may not recognize this just for how close we are, but hello. It's a nice nice hammer you got there, friend. Quite an ugly face, though. We can actually get all of that, too, but not right now. Well, we could if we killed him, but...
Another one of those unkindled, are you? Oh, you faceless undead. Behaving as if you deserve respect. Now you've gone and rescued the wench. How very quaint. Pitying creatures that are beyond help. Very well. I'm sick of looking after her at any rate. I'm Egon, a knight of Karim. I am allied to you for as long as you assure the girl's safety. And only for that long. What's the matter? My terms are very simple. I am allied to you for as long as you assure the girl's safety, and only... What's the matter?
So this is Egon, obviously. He's got kind of a tude. That's okay. He is with Arena of Kareem. He's got a BA hammer, which we will get eventually. I just noticed this item up here. And we will find that. We will get that. For now, though, we're gonna skip this. Oh, I'm fat rolling, and we're gonna just run right over here. Too slow. Oh, it's a nice pot of nasty you're cooking up over there. Oh, hello. So these guys aren't too bad. Remember, one of them fell down here. So that guy that fell down was standing right there, by the way. Soul item and some puppies are hiding back here. There they are. God, I hate these dogs on this game. So the other one, how did he get? How did you get over there? You know what? They're guarding an alluring skull, of course. So we're just gonna grab that. And then we're gonna run back up. Oh, Jesus. This man's insane. I'll handle that. No problem. Smash that guy in the face. Get our ember. And so now... we're going to not fight the boss because we are almost out of time. So we will fight the boss in our next episode. We're not going to fight this guy. Basically, we are going to Homeward Bone. And we're going to go to the Shrine Bonfire and talk to these new NPCs we have before we end the episode. Anything new to say? Nah. And then this fellow should be looking depressed. Yeah, so poor Grey Rat. He's really sad that Loretta's dead.
Heavens. She was already dead.
And you talk to him, you get a gesture. Get curled up. So he'll be fine. For now, he's a little under the weather. He's a little sad. So Cornix will be right here. And he gives us one of the most valuable items in the game. So let's talk to him.
Ah, there you are, unkindled one. I wish to express my gratitude for trusting a lowly pyromancer and allowing me to gaze upon this majestic flame. As promised, I will impart pyromancies to you. But first, you'll need a flame of your own.
Hey, our pyromancy flame.
Careful you don't burn yourself with it.
Ha ha ha! Yeah, you think you're slick. So Cornix here will sell us pyromancies. Right now he just has Fireball, Fire Surge, Great Combustion, and Flash Sweat. Fireball, basically the most basic pyromancy. It just throws a little small fireball. Fire Surge is pyromancy of Cornix of the Great Swamp. Emits a constant stream of fire. Cornix is a venerable pyromancer of an older mold, said to have restored a number of spells lost to the past. Great Combustion basically with your pyromancy, automatically your glove, your pyromancy glove automatically has combustion like built into it. This is just a stronger version of that. And then Flash Sweat, which is interesting. It's a pyromancy of the Great Swamp associated with Carmina. Intense sweating increases fire damage absorption. So what that does is it just makes you resistant to fire damage
What is a
for a little
teacher
while.
without a pupil? There I am pleased to have a pupil as dedicated as you.
Hey, one of my
Do not be gone.
favorite gestures in the game. What up? So anyway, Cornix, you reinforce your your pyromancy flame the same way as any other item, just basic Titanite items.
Do not be gone for long. What?
Well, you'll see eventually, but you can get these things called pyromancy tomes around the world and give to him, and he'll sell you new pyromancy. So we'll learn more about that later. But first, let's go talk to our gal Arena.
Oh, Champion of Ash. Welcome back. I was not meant to be a firekeeper, but I am honored to serve you beside the bonfire. The gods are ever merciful. My gratitude lies with them and with you. I am yours now.
So Arena sells miracles. So we have Heal, Replenishment, Caressing Tears, and Homeward. I'm not going to read these. They speak for themselves, but Heal just restores a little bit of HP. Replenishment is healing over time. Caressing Tears, if you're poisoned or you're toxic, that'll cure that. And then Homeward is basically Homeward Bone. It just returns you to your last bonfire.
Have a pleasant journey.
That is all, unfortunately, that we have time for today. I don't think there's any other NPCs. Yeah, and he's not saying anything new, so that's going to do it for today. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!